One of the most important things you can do now, before the next emergency or disaster happens, is to make sure you have good documentation for the materials in your workplace. Whether you're an artist or nonprofit leader, this can help you establish not only what you have in your building, studio, or collection, but also their condition, both before and after disaster. What information do you have about your materials and collections now? Do you have a full inventory of what your organization holds? For libraries, this may be books or microfilm, and for museums, this means objects, artifacts, or artwork. When working with performance arts organizations, you may have hundreds of props or costumes, original commissions, or technical equipment. As an independent artist, what equipment, materials, furnishing, and existing work products do you have? Having good records on these materials can help you estimate loss, secure better insurance coverage, and file better insurance claims. It's never too late to start an inventory. This process can be easy to start, maintain, and store. Take photos of all your equipment, supplies, artworks, and other assets. Use your smartphone video and narrate your inventory. If you have an emergency that destroys portions of your materials or building, photo or video documentation from before the event can be compared with documentation from after the event to help you determine what changes have been caused by the event. Thanks to technology, documentation is easy to do with a smartphone or digital camera. It's making time for documentation and having a system in place to organize your documentation that can be your only challenge. Vital records and documents should be duplicated, and the print or electronic copies should be stored in multiple locations, on your computer, in the cloud, and at a safe off-site location that is at least 60 miles from where you are located, away from any potential region-wide disasters in your area. Additionally, to help you with the layout of systems, storage, and offices in your building, it is important to have floor plans of your building, whether you own the whole facility or only rent a small part. These can show you where offices exist and where collections are stored, but they also provide information about major infrastructure systems, such as water pipes, electrical wiring and outlets, natural gas systems, and lighting. Make sure you have the most up-to-date versions of your floor plans available for your review, and for fire and public safety responders who may need these to plan for access to your damaged building. Finally, document the decision you make during your disaster or emergency response. When you gain access to your building after a disaster, do an assessment of what has been damaged. Remember that you are only looking at items and recording information at this point. Do not remove or move damaged materials before documenting their location and type of damage. Is an item in such poor condition after a disaster that you decide you must discard it or destroy it? Photographing and documenting the item will help with your insurance claims. Proper documentation of what exists before a disaster is critical to documenting what happens as a result of that disaster. Just a few minutes can help mean the difference between a slow, expensive recovery or a quick, full one.